In under 1 minute, does Sadiq Khan prove to us all, right here in this clip, that he is corrupt and taken bribes as Mayor of London? Let me explain more using amateur linguistic analysis. Hey up everyone and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph the Alter Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington DC to Westminster and beyond. In today's video, I'm going to use amateur linguistic analysis to show that in under 1 minute, Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, may have slipped up in this clip right here and proven he's taken bribes as Mayor of London. Now, this is all, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions. And as a disclaimer, I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or a particular group, religion, etc. So let's jump into it with this clip right here.
Finally, it emerged this morning in The Londoner that LS Events, the company that gave you tickets to watch Taylor Swift last year, have benefited from almost £45 million in GLA contracts. Does that not raise any conflict of interest to your mind?
Well, the Conservatives have made various complaints to the monitoring officer about me. I think three courts have been kicked out at the first instance as not even being worthy of investigation. I think there's an investigation being undertaken. I'm quite clear in relation to somebody who follows the rules, makes declarations, but also somebody who's unashamedly pro-London. I will not hesitate in banging the drum for our city. I'm not in charge of procurement decisions for obvious reasons, and it's really important those that are in charge of procurement decisions follow the rules as well.
And that was it. Now, the question has been set up by the interviewer to anticipate a binary answer, as he's asked what's known as a closed question. So a closed question is a question that reduces the responder's answers to a set of options that are predetermined by the question itself. So in this instance, the interviewer asks one question, which is the company that gave you tickets to watch Taylor Swift last year benefited from almost £45 million in contracts. Does that not raise any conflict of interest into your mind? And so this closed question is predetermining the options upon which Sadiq Khan has to choose from in order to answer them. The predetermined options in this case being either, yes, it does raise conflict of interest into my mind, or no, it doesn't raise any conflict of interest into my mind. Thing is, though, Sadiq Khan refuses to answer either yes or no. Instead, as you've seen and heard, he goes on this whole convoluted answer, firstly partaking in what is known as, by my definition and my understanding, deflection. He deflects the topic of the question onto another different topic. In this instance, bashing the Conservatives, trying to make out that him being investigated is nothing more than political point scoring, that it's pointless, as 3/4 of their complaints have already been kicked out, as he made a point to actually say. He's trying to set up the notion that the topic of the interviewer's question is not to be treated seriously as a result, saying that it's not even worthy of investigation. So, in other words, for the interviewer, he's essentially saying it's not worthy for an interviewer to ask him this in the first place. Later on in the answer, he trips up over the words done and undertaken. Now, this is also known as a slip of the tongue, and there are 3 types of slips. You have phonetic slips, which is errors in pronunciation, like saying cat instead of bat, and I personally partake in that slip a lot. You then have semantic slips, finding another word with a similar meaning. So sometimes you may have a brain fart and you can't think of the word you're trying to say. So for example, you're wanting to say couch, but you can't think of that word, so instead you say chair. And then you have morphemic slips. And this is amalgamating 2 different words together, like when Lindsay Lohan's character in Mean Girls gets invited to a high school party and she says gruel, which she then explains was a mashup of great and cool. Now, in Sadiq Khan's case, he amalgamated the 2 words done and undertaken together. It was a slight amalgamation, but it's there nonetheless as far as I'm concerned. So in my mind, he did a semantic slip. Now, there are many factors as to why these slips happen, one of which is stress and anxiety, as nervousness can cause people to stumble over their words. And I wonder if this is the case with Sadiq Khan. Why is he feeling nervous about being asked about potential corruption on his part? If he's innocent, then there's nothing to feel nervous about, right? What he says next, though, is quite disturbing. He says, I'm quite clean in relation to somebody who follows the rules. Now, quite clean means something that's relatively clean, but not perfectly clean. So he's indicating here that there is some dirt on him when it comes to the rules, that he doesn't follow them 100%. So by him saying that he's quite clean in terms of following the rules, could this indicate that he is corrupt on his part? He then makes this song and dance about him being pro-London. It's as if he's turning around and saying that even though he's not 100% clean, even though he's actually just quite clean, he is pro-London, and so his potential corruption can be forgiven because, guess what, guys? He's pro-London. He then deflects further, trying to shift the blame onto someone else entirely. Right at the beginning, it was the Conservatives. Now, it's those in charge of the procurement decisions. He's saying here that if there's any corruption in terms of the government hiring companies in London, then the book ends with those in charge of the procurement decisions. But he's Mayor of London. Ain't he the one that's in charge, essentially, out of all of it? Doesn't the book really stop with him? But yeah, with that being said, guys, going around full circle, is this clip proof that in under 1 minute, Sadiq Khan has proven that he is corrupt and he has taken bribes as Mayor of London? What do you guys think based on my analysis? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more, you do not want to miss my next video, then make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe here at Political Nerds. Like, share, comment down below. What did you catch from this clip that I just played right here that I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all your faces, and until the next time, you guys. Laters.